worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Get on out my problems, let me When up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
Coach, we are 15 miles due west of the Atlantic, nestled in downtown Jacksonville at TIAA Bank Field. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerged from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with Marcus Mariota and the Tennessee Titans. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now a first-time 1,000-yard rusher from a season ago, it's Derrick Henry. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Second and 8 at the 27-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8.
47. Here we go, G. Get off the field. 46.
Play fake to Henry. Now Mariota. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Josh Allen. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up third and long.
Here we go.
Working out of the gun, Mariota. Uncorks one for Davis. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
44-yard punt, return of 9. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. So good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10.
Motion. Reset. Mike.
They go with Leonard Fournette, third-year back from LSU. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a second and 3.
A 7-yard pickup.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's second and 3. A shotgun give to Fournette. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Now a play fake here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jeffrey Simmons brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Rashad Evans, the linebacker, recording the sack there. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
He's going to float this one deep. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. D.D. Westbrook, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Jags have taken the early lead. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Mariota to throw it. And this one's incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
It's taken to the 26. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack. And that's what I'm seeing so far.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
I don't think you got it, sir. Motion, motion, motion. Mike 54. Here we go.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
The penalty helps a bit, but still 8 yards to go on third down for this offense.
Mike 54. Mike, hey, exit. It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house. What are you? 54 is Mike. Go.
Foles. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. Benny Cunningham. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And that'll make the score 14-0. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of...
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
It's such an impressive first half to get that lead. Now this one complete to Corey Davis. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. Took him 5 tries, but he is able to complete that first pass of the game.
And could you hear the exhale all the way up here? Not just from him, coaching staff, offensive line, receivers. Now he's off the schneid. Can they get him going in a nice groove where he becomes a little more consistent throwing the football?
Because you miss those first 2, but get up the 0 for 4 range. That can be a little tricky, but able to settle in, hopefully.
Yeah, now you won't have any confidence issues. Now you can kind of get it back even with just one throw.
Mariota now from the 50. It's brought in by Adam Humphries. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one goes for 24 yards.
First down.
A first down carry for Henry. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, here's Henry. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Calais Campbell on the stop.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Derrick Henry. And they get him down about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A third down pickup of 5. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. Now Mariota on 4th down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. He's got daylight. He's at the 30. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one fielded at the 5. And they're going to have poor starting field position as he's out of bounds at his 10-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. The Titans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. Here's a carry for a former starter. This is T.J. Yeldon. He's brought down after a pickup of 5, but he needed 8. 4th down. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down. Here's Brett Kern now, standing just outside his own goal line. And he puts a little something extra into this one, by far his best of the night. This will be fielded at the 17. And he is finally out of bounds, but he gets all the way down right around the 20. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. Fournette, a first down carry. They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. The kick by Lambeau is good. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was a high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
At their own 24-yard line.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're
down.
You don't
want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Titans on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. They end up getting stuck twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down. Here's Brett Kern now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Jaguars. Leonard Fournette, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Jaguars are pouring it on. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too? Just getting there and taking off and going. For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
And the Titans getting set to go. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. Coming up at the half, a reminder we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
We got this.
It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
It's a gain of 20.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And down to the 19-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Mariota going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
The Titans on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. On 3rd down, it's Lewis. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. So on 4th down, here's the Tennessee field goal unit led by Ryan Suckup. This a 33-yard attempt. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
So we've come to halftime, and we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Touchdown, defense.
Second half beginning with a run from Fournette. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They'll run it again with Fournette. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Sharks got it, left side. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
55. Hey, check.
Here's Foles. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
First and 10 at the 47.
They'll toss it to Fournette. Fournette, first down, still going. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Leonard Fournette with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Jaguars continue to roll. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
At their own 36-yard line.
Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll start things on first down with Dion Lewis. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Throwing is Mariota. And that'll be incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense as that fell harmlessly to the ground. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. Oh, I nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
Joker.
First touch of the game here for Benny Cunningham. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And now the throw taken in by Chark. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to go.
They'll run on first down. Cunningham. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. The Jaguars on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Now Foles. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away.
That's it, baby. We go for it. At their own 1-yard line.
47. Blue line. The mic. Switch.
They start the drive on the ground with Lewis. Fighting to get back to the goal line. I don't think he got there. He did not get back there. It's a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
Ready? 55. Stay with your man.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 17-yard line.
Keep going right at him. Watch it, 5. Blue Dan. What we got?
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. He's got a first down past the 30. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Let's go, D. Single. Hey, watch 12. Let's get out the field, D. Let's get out the field.
Oh, nice move. There he goes, left side. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. D.D. Westbrook with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Jaguars are pouring it on. Lambo to add on the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Makes the score Jaguars 47. Titans.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
The Titans take over first and 10
Bring it up.
at their own 25-yard line.
Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Mariota. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sag. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot. And they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation, allows him to get home.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Mariota going to give to Lewis. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 29-yard line.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They go play action. Mariota. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcel Darius flies in at 331 pounds for the sack.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Being chased out left. And down he'll go at the 25. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
A tremendous return there, 39 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Check the outs, check the outs, check the outs. Set.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Check, 55 to mine.
Let's go.
And they run with a backup. This is Thomas Rawls. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
I smell fear in that offense. I smell.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. And Lambeau will put this one through, and that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Let's win. Let's go.
Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start off with a give to Lewis. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Here we go, D.
Again, it's Lewis. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
They'll try to run for it. Lewis. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 8 yards, 1st down as they're able to convert.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a 1st down. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Let's go.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's going to get this one down to the 45.
On just about every team, okay, forget it. On every team, the goal is to be in third and what they call manageable, to give yourself a chance to pick up a first down. How about that call on second down? The big man puts them in position to make it third and manageable. I wonder if we'll get a second chance at it to try and pick up the first down.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily, you're right, but he did there. He finds Taylor, complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. So no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Flushed out right, and he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jake Ryan. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on.